Before we begin the video, let's clear some stuff up. No, I am not dead. I was in a very bad place mentally and did something stupid which landed me in the hospital, and a friend of mine assumed I had died and spread this information around. She didn't lie. She genuinely thought I was dead and was angry, and pointed the blame at certain individuals. I want to apologize for everything that's happened because of me recently. It's nobody's fault what I did to myself, and I'm sorry if I caused anyone to blame themselves or think it was their fault. This video is long overdue and something I should have made a long time ago. I don't have a good excuse as to why I didn't. I want to go over every accusation against me and my side of the story. I want to start with the more serious stuff first and move towards the more recent stuff. I'll be going over every video, thread, and comment made towards or against me and disprove and explain it all. I'll make timestamps in the pinned comment and the description in case you want to find something specific, but I really recommend watching this entire video because it's all connected. Now, let's start with the very first video made against me. I'm sure a lot of you know about this, but just in case you don't, I was in a controversy in December 2022 about the Salome skin for dancer. This video was made, so let's break it down and go over what was said. While it was true that I talked about Salome being fine in server 1, I was uninformed about the skin being racist. I didn't say I supported the skin like they say I did. I never intended to buy that skin for a second because I knew it was offensive to people and I don't want to make anyone upset or make them think I don't care about their feelings. However, as I was unaware about how bad the skin actually was, I assumed it was only because of religion. Due to my religious beliefs, I didn't think it was a big deal, and I said as such. Again, I never intended to buy this skin because I saw how much it hurt people and I didn't want to contribute to that. I only said that I didn't care about the skin because I'm not religious. I should have kept my religious beliefs and opinions to myself, and I know that now. Instead of educating me about the skin and how offensive it actually was, Orpheus Cest and their friends instead sent me threats, told me to off myself, and were spreading other false information about me. Orpheus Cest claims they asked me about my opinions while this was not correct. I was harassed and talked down to like I was an animal and treated horribly by all of them. And when I blocked them, they made alts where they continued to berate me. This is what eventually led to the events that happened after. I'm not proud of how I acted here, and I'm sorry I didn't handle this better. Orpheus Cest then claims I called the religion of Islam mid, which is also not true. I was never talking about Islam specifically, and I didn't even know Orpheus was a part of that religion. I was talking about religion in general when I said this. I didn't even have Islam in mind when I said it, and I didn't realize how impactful what I said was. I was being harassed and being said awful things to for about 2 weeks before this happened. So I finally snapped and said this hoping they'd finally stop and leave me alone. It did the opposite, and it led to where we are now. I don't really know if I can explain my thoughts on religion, and I'm not sure if it's even relevant, because I should have kept it to myself from the beginning. But for anyone interested, I'm leaving a link to an article in the description because it explains what I couldn't fit here in the video. I'm anti-theistic, and while I will apologize for the way I handled the situation, I will not apologize for things I don't actually feel sorry for. That would make this video fake, and I want to be as genuine as I can. I don't like religion due to trauma and plenty of other reasons that I won't go into because it's not the point of the video. I do believe every religion has a right to be criticized. I don't hate on individuals for their religious beliefs, and I'm sorry I ever made it seem like I did. I think everyone has a right to believe whatever they want. But you need to remember that includes me as well. I have reasons for believing the way I do, and I can't change that. I do not hate Muslims or anyone who is a part of any religion. I only disagree with certain aspects of religion. No religion in particular, but just religion and its organizations in general. I do respect people who are religious, but I do not respect Orpheus Cest for trying to force their religion on me and lie about me to make it look like I was bashing Islam when they knew the full context of the conversation. When someone doesn't respect my religious beliefs, I'm not going to respect theirs. That's just how it is. I'm not going to apologize to you after all you've said and done to me, and then lie about the entire situation to make me the bad guy. However, again, I will apologize to anyone who genuinely thought I didn't care about their feelings on Salome or their religious beliefs for no good reason. I still do not own Salome. Here's my account for proof. I have been educated now and informed about the skin, and I'm sorry for anything I said regarding this skin back then when I didn't know. I then tried to apologize in my Discord server, where I invited anyone from server 1 into to see my explanation and apology. However, what Opperheassest claims is that I banned anyone who deserved the apology. This is another twist of the truth. What actually happened is Orpheassest and their friends came into the server while I was apologizing and spammed gross things like NSFW, which was against my server rules because there were minors in it. I immediately banned all of them and closed the server to prevent more from doing this, because they were actively in server 1 talking about continuing to do it. I didn't ban you for no reason, and I even invited you there to begin with. Yet you conveniently left that out of your video. Orpheassest then brings up more irrelevant stuff, when they knew fully well I was talking about religious organizations in the first place and never about the individuals of those religions. Again, if you are religious, I am okay with that, and I will respect your beliefs as long as you respect mine. Orpheus never respected mine, which is why all of this happened in the first place. Orpheassest then started making gross fanfictions of me and someone they knew was a lot older than me, which was just gross. Many people also cite this video as proof of me being racist, and even though I've asked many times, I've never got any answer as to how this makes me racist. Am I overly critical of religion? Yes, but I don't see any problem with that as long as I'm not forcing my beliefs on others, which is not what happened and never what I intended on doing. I care about people's feelings on Salome, which is why I never bought the skin or even intended to. Religion and race are very different things. So this is not an argument for racism, and I'm not sure why people try to make it look like it is. Now let's move on to something very serious. Some people have been calling me a groomer because of this video. I want to quickly explain that this video is not about me, and my proof is actually Orpheassest's video, where they explained at the very start of the video this is a different TracyBun. This TikTok cosplayer was going by TracyBun and they were outed as being 19 being flirtatious with a 15-year-old. Which is what the video is about. Here's their TikTok account. Again, I want to explain this is not me, and this person even tried to pay me for the TracyBun username. I had the username first, and I don't feel like I should have to change it just because some weirdo on TikTok tried to steal it. This TikToker disappeared after they were exposed. Thankfully, please do not spread false information that this video is about me. It isn't. And a lot of the people trying to say it was me knew it wasn't and were purposely trying to make me look bad. Let me talk about some other stuff said mostly in English. 1. Looking for all the screenshots individually would take forever. So here's a video someone made with a lot of accusations. None of these things are true. It's people saying awful things about me because they don't like me for whatever reason. A lot of these accusations are just ridiculous, like the stuff about me bombing people and such. If you see people saying awful things about me in English, I please ask that you at least do research about it first to see if it's even true. Because no, I'm not racist and I would never say such awful things like this. There's also accusations of me being transphobic and homophobic. I think these are the most ridiculous ones because I'm queer myself. Although I know queer people can also be bigoted, I am not, and there's no proof of me being as such. These are more lies people spread to make me look bad. There have been times where I misgendered some people and I'm sorry for doing that. But this was always a case of me not knowing the person's pronouns. Please inform me of your pronouns instead of posting it and trying to make it look like I did it on purpose. Because I know what it feels like to be misgendered and I would never do that to anyone even if I don't like them. So you're probably wondering now why I never spoke about any of this if it's been going on for over a year now. The truth is I didn't find any reason to, as most of it was lies and I didn't think it was that big of a deal. However, my lack of response up to this point led people to think I actually was racist and other horrible things and I was just trying to hide it from my viewers. That was never my intention. I just genuinely didn't see a reason to make a video like this. But seeing as how a significant portion of the community thinks I'm a bad person, I figured I'd finally give my complete side of the story. I'm sorry if this video wasn't what you wanted, but it's what I think and what I needed to say. From now on, if anything else comes up like this, I'll try to address it as quickly as possible because I see now how one rumor can turn into 2, and then 10, and suddenly I'm being called racist. If you still think I'm a bad person, that's okay. If you disagree with how I responded to certain people, that's okay. But I don't want to be fake anymore. I'm a human being and I never should have been idolized. All I do is make gameplay videos and other silly stuff and I don't want to be seen as anything but just another person like all of you. I make mistakes and I'm sorry. I want to try to be better from now on and not respond to negativity and hatred with more hatred. I'm not using my psychological state as an excuse because really the response I've gotten from the community has been horrible, but it's my fault for letting it get this bad in the first place. Because I should have made a video like this a lot sooner. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. They won't be deleted and I will answer everything. One more thing. Please don't assume anyone with bun in their username is friends with me. The buns are not a group. I made a cute username and people copied it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think it's cute when people do this, but some certain people will do it and say horrible things and people assume I'm friends with them because they have bun in their user. I'm editing this in last minute. I want to say these are the only accounts I own. And I only use this one now. This one is not me and anyone else claiming to be me is not me. Thank you for watching and as always I love you.